everybody, it's Heather with Go Gamer Mole, and today we're going to talk about GoFest 2020 Day 1. Now this event lasted for 2 days and it started on July 25th and went into July 26th. And each day was a 10-hour event. And the first day, we're going to talk about in this video, had divided the spawns into different habitats. So there was the battle habitat, friendship habitat, fire habitat, water habitat, and grass habitat. That's a lot of habitats. But anyway, you had 5 habitats and they rotated throughout the day, and you would get each one twice during the course of the day. And they featured specific spawns that were related to that particular type of habitat. And then also you could get some of the new shinies they were releasing. It was quite a hectic event. There were a lot of server issues the first day, particularly I think the Asia Pacific area had a lot of issues when they first came on board. I think they're actually going to probably get some sort of makeup. But I noticed that every time the hour changed and we went and a new time zone was joining us, the game either slowed down or crashed or had some of the other glitches that it had previously. So as much as I wanted to do a lot of video capture of some of the stuff that we got and show a lot of reactions and things, there was just a lot of issues with trying to capture that information and show you those things. And then I was going to do some raid battles and have the footage from that, but we also had glitches with remote raid passes, and even when we're sitting right there at the raid using a free battle pass, we had some glitches when we were trying to battle Korga. So I didn't get to have all the different footage that I wanted, but it was really good, and I was really excited about the amount of shinies that we were able to get on the first day. So I'm going to do our famous MOLEvsWIFE. And we're going to see who won for day 1. And I'm going to do a separate video for day 2 because that encompasses the Team Go Rocket takeover. And then the spawns are back out for day 2. Not all of them, but majority of them, so you can get more shiny opportunities. So that'll be in a separate video. So today we're going to focus on just the habitats. So without further ado, we're going to talk about the shiny competition between me and John. And let's start with the battle habitat. Now the battle habitat was the first zone that we got. It varied depending on what time zone you were starting in. So for the east coast of the United States, it was the battle habitat. So we'll go over my shinies first. I managed to get a shiny Zangoose, which is one I did not have before, and I didn't have in a previous event where they had it for research. I did not get it. I got 2 shiny Swablues, which was pretty cool. 2 shiny Skarmories. 2 shiny Crogunks, which was awesome because now I can make a Toxicroak, and 2 shiny Sklots. So, did not get a shiny Gibble. In fact, I did not get one throughout the event, but he's going to be back in the Dragon Week, so we'll see how that goes. So, John did a little bit better in the battle habitat. He got a shiny Machop. He got a shiny Krogunk. He also got 2 shiny Swablues. He got a shiny Alohan Grimer, which is pretty cool. A shiny Metadite. A shiny Seviper, which is also one of the other regionals, but it's our regional. And 4 shiny Cycloths, so he definitely had quite an army of Cycloths there. So the next habitat we moved into was the Friendship habitat. And this one featured a brand new shiny Pokemon, which was Jigglypuff. So I have to say that I was pretty excited that I managed to get that one. I almost missed it because there was a glitch and the phone was slowing down, and I almost was going to just restart the phone, and I saw the Jigglypuff and I'm like, okay, I'm going to click it, and luckily it was shiny and I could catch it because everything was having a hard time. Especially during the friendship hour, because you could open 200 gifts, you could send gifts like crazy, and it just bogged everything down. So the other shinies I got during that time frame was I got 2 shiny Sudowoodos, which is pretty cool, and I got a shiny Chansey. Now John, again, did a little bit better than I did on that hour. He got a shiny Chansey, he got a shiny Phoebus, he got a shiny Rosalia, which is pretty awesome because that one's hard to find. He got a shiny Pikachu, and he got it when we went over by the library, because we went out and about and did a lot of this because you could do the incense at home, but you'd only get 1 spawn at a time, and we wanted to try our best to get as much as we could, so we went out and we lured. So we probably spent half the time in the car and half the time here each day. So there was a bunch of Pikachus, and he managed to click on one in a heap of Pokemon, and it was shiny. He got a shiny Clefairy, which is cool because he did not get one last time it was released in Research and the Wild, so that was cool. And he also got a shiny Jigglypuff. So moving on to the fire habitat. This one we did when we were at home. Partially at home, partially out. I did really good for this particular hour. I got shiny Ponyta. This is the first time I've seen the sparkle come up for me, because usually John is the one that's is the one tapping on the Pokemon when I'm driving. So we were at home and I actually got to see the sparkles for once. I got a shiny Houndour. I got a shiny Growlithe. I got 3 shiny Torchics. They were everywhere, just popping up like mad. And then I got 3 shiny Heatmores, which is pretty awesome. And that's a new regional, new regional shiny. It hadn't been out before. It's our regional that we have over here, so I hatched him in eggs all the time. This is the first time that he was out shiny, so it was pretty cool to get 3 of them. And then John, for the fire habitat, didn't do quite as well, but he did get the shiny Charmander with the Pikachu visor. I put mine together for GoFest in the craft video, but I should have done it on cardstock, but it kind of rolled up here. But he's wearing a visor. And then he managed to get the shiny Alolan Marowak, which was actually out, and that was part of the skills challenge and the challenges that we had in there's a battle challenge. I think it was battle challenge. You could win to have them, or earn to have the shiny Alolan Marowak out during GoFest, so he managed to get one of those. And then we did the water habitat from home also, partially. So this one was pretty cool because it introduced the new Quillfish shiny, and it's nice and purple, and I managed to get one of those. I managed to get shiny Magikarp, can't go wrong there. Shiny Poliwag, that's my second one ever, which I'm pretty excited about. Shiny Clamperl, a shiny Mudkip, and 2 shiny Chinchous. Now I did not get any Chinchous prior to this, so it was cool to get 2 of them, so now I can make a lantern, and it was just neat to see it pop up. John had previously gotten one from one of the luring that we did, and he did one from a hatch. So, and he also got a shiny Chinchou on his part. He also got 2 shiny Tentacles, which he previously did not have. So, it's really cool that he was able to get new shinies that he can make, both a Tentacool and a Tentacruel, if he'd like. He also got 2 shiny Clamperls and 2 Mudkips. So that was a pretty decent hour. And then the final hour, which we did at home, was the grass hour. And it had, well, we did it at home, but we also went out and we battled, because this was the 5th hour. So it showed up on the 5th hour and the 10th hour. We went out to battle. We tried to do some Korga and ground raids. No shinies. Some technical difficulties here and there. The first Korga raid that we did earlier, actually, in the day, 2 of my accounts got kicked out. And then we had another raid, and there's just, everybody got glitched. I think it was the ground raid. Everybody got glitched, and then we had to go back in. We did do some remote raids with others, and we were also invited to some raids from people in other parts of the world, which was really cool. It wasn't on this day, but it was the next day I did a remote raid in Panama and got a Gibble. I didn't get a shiny Gibble, but I did a Gibble raid in Panama, so that was pretty cool. So anyway, the grass habitat, I got 2 shiny Snovers, which, yes, it is a grass and ice type, so in case you're thrown off. A shiny Trico. In fact, John and I both got the same shiny Trico CP. I got a shiny Seedot and a shiny Alolan Executor. And then John, he got a shiny Snover, the shiny Trico, that's similar to mine, a shiny Oddish, and he got the shiny Tangela. And that is also a new shiny for the event, so it was really cool that he managed to get that on the first day. I clicked on like a million of those and didn't get one. He managed to pull off getting one, so I was pretty excited for him to get that. And then throughout the day, there was different unknowns that you could lure from incense. In this case, they spelled out Go, so you had the G and the O, and they are also available in shiny form. So John did pretty well. He got 2 G's, and he got 1 O shiny, and I managed to get a G shiny. And it was good that we got them on this day, because on day 2, just a spoiler alert on that, they didn't spawn very much. And what few I had, I didn't get a shiny on those. So it was really cool to get them and to get an unknown shiny. We don't have a lot of unknowns because we really haven't done anything before. This was the first Go Fest that we were able to participate in. And some of the bigger events, I know they also have unknowns, but we really only got it through the egg hatches. And then there was one really weird spawn that popped up around here that we managed to get to. But we really haven't seen very much, and their IVs usually were ugh. So it was cool. There was unknowns all day long on day one. So it was cool to get a few shinies. And then we agreed that anything that we had research-wise that we got during the event, if you got a shiny, it counted towards the event. So John actually got a shiny Spinda, which was pretty cool. I forget if this is Spinda number 5 or 6. I want to say 5. But he did get a shiny Spinda, which is pretty awesome. And as you know, that is the one where you're going to make 5 great throws in a row to get it. And it's hard to do sometimes, but John does pretty well. So anyway, without further ado, let's see who is the winner of the Go Fest competition for shinies on day 1. And drum roll. It actually ended up being a tie. We both got 34 shinies on the first day of Go Fest. And that was with a lot of grinding. That was 10 hours of just hunting and driving around and going to places and luring and doing incense and just complete chaos. And dealing with all the different server issues that they were having. So it was really cool that we were able to get that many shinies. Yes, it is across 3 accounts for each of us. And we did, get the tickets and everything for all the accounts and do all that sort of stuff because this is like the big event for Pokemon Go. So we were really excited to do it, and it was really tiring, and wow. So the next video I'm going to do is going to show day 2, and as you guys know, that was when we had the Team Go Rocket Takeover. That's when you had the balloons. That's when you had Pokestops filled with Team Rocket. That's when you had the opportunity to get the Shadow Birds, Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos again with better Shadow IVs and stuff. And then you could also get, spoiler alert, Shadow Mewtwo. So that was pretty cool. And we'll talk more about that. Maybe I can show you some battle footage of that in the next video. And then, of course, we went on the big shiny hunt again to see who we can get on day 2. So check out the next video for day 2. I should have that up soon. Put in the comments below any of the questions or if you had problems with the servers and stuff. I know it was a big issue. A lot of people were constantly having to restart their phones and get back in the game. It was very frustrating. Did you have problems with raids, any remote raids? Did you get invited to really any cool raids? Like I got invited to one in Panama. How was your shiny luck? Were you able to get some of the regionals? Were you able to get some of the ones that they didn't have on day 2? Like Jigglypuff didn't show up on day 2, unfortunately. Some of the other ones that you were able to get on day 1, they were considered kind of like normal spawns. Like the starters and things like that were not on day 2. So how'd you luck out with that? Did you feel, it was worth buying the Go Fest ticket for the 2 days? So we'll talk a little bit more about that in video 2. So check that out next. Please like and subscribe to our channel here and follow us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GoGamerMole. GoGamerMole. You tell I'm still tired. Alright, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe to our channel. And you can also follow us on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at GoGamerMole. See you in the next video.